believe you were pinged by the test and trace, track and you know what I mean, the app.
Check it out. So GBeebies, or to give it its official name, GB News, which I assume stands for Gammon Bastard News, launched in the UK recently as the UK's answer to Fox News in America, which is basically a quote-unquote news channel where a load of boomers offer their right-wing opinions on stories which are actually in the real news, instead of creating an unbiased report on an incident like a journalist with integrity would do. But anyway, the reason I'm making today's video is not because I want to go on a rant about a bunch of rotten gammon like a pig farmer after Boris Johnson and David Cameron have been around. I mean, every new channel on TV is going to experience some teething difficulties, but GB News is coming like Ken Dodd, Cilla Black and Janet Street Porter went to visit a backstreet Turkish veneer salesman, fam. Now first up, why don't we take a look at an example of an incredibly intelligent GBeebies anchor talking about the COVID track and trace app. Check it out.
Somebody who's actually dealing with the consequences of the pandemic, our Northwest reporter Bradley Harris is currently self-isolating because I believe you were pinged by the test and trace, track and you know what I mean, the app.
Why don't you talk about the track and trace, testing, tracking, trace, you know what I mean, the app, the bloody app over there, that thing on the phone. Alright, calm down, Ron Burgundy fam. Think about what you want to say and then say it carefully and slowly. Now in case you think I'm being harsh by insinuating that woman is dumb, let's take a look at another clip of her speaking to some randomer about how certain countries could possibly use computer viruses to cause damage to or take down satellites which are orbiting the Earth. Check it out.
The space can be used in other ways to cause conflict. Viruses and things like this blocking communication spacecraft, you know, literally killing them. Quickly,
you mentioned a virus there, and of course the big virus we've been dealing with is the COVID-19, which originated from China. In a very quick sentence, how worried should we be that China is now doing this? Because a lot of people don't trust China right now. Very quickly.
No. I don't imagine it's that type of virus. I'm talking about a computer-based virus.
What are you on about, fam? What's next? Oh, the Chinese have infected my toaster with distemper. Nah, bruv, I'm well pissed. Beijing, yeah, they fucked up my TV and given it gout and shit, bruv. And I'm not only gonna pick on this lady here. Check out the weirdest ever segue into a weather report you've ever seen in your life, bruv.
Coming up, we hear from our reporters across the country. Hello again.
Wow, whoever that woman is, she must be doing an awful lot of travelling, innit? If we're going to be hearing from all the reporters across our country. Yeah, I think I know that girl too. They used to call her the village bike. But anyway, we're not done with the dynamic duo over there. There have been several weird incidents involving this pair, including this next clip where for some weird reason, the bird on the right decides to flip the bird to the camera. Check it out.
Should the famous five be cancelled?
I don't know, but after that, you bloody well should. Who do you think you are? Eminem, fam. But anyway, we're not done with Gammony Gabby over there. Check out this next clip where we're going to witness an incredibly sinister cut to break, fam. Check it out.
And Minister for Crime and Policing, Kit Malthouse, joins us after the break. Stay with us on GB News.
Looking forward to speaking to the Minister.
Indeed.
On the back of the rape figures. Awful. Awful.
I know you feel really, really strongly about that story, don't you?
I think we all should.
Mate, I could feel her breath from here. Why is she leaning in like that? I can't wait to talk about the weird flex, but okay. And talking of weird flexes, let's check out this next clip where these incredibly compassionate reporters are talking about the Manchester bombings of a few years back, and check how they sensitively move on to the next story. I shouldn't be laughing, but I've seen the clip and I can't believe what I've seen, but check it out.
Which has revealed that there were 9 missed chances to protect those victims of that bombing in Manchester. At the,
quite a stark headline that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Daily Mirror saying they were failed.
Yeah, you can see that.
And it's quite distressing listening to some of the relatives last night.
Oh, it's awful. Absolutely, isn't it?
How they, how this could have been prevented, frankly.
Yeah.
And should have been prevented.
Yes, absolutely. But I also needed to highlight the real news of the day, which is Wally the Walrus has returned to the Isles of Scilly.
Oh, it's such a tragic story about how all of those children lost their lives in that evil, evil incident. But anyway, let's get on to the real news of the day where we're going to be talking about a walrus. Wow, I've literally got no words for that. That might be one of the worst displays of compassion that I've ever seen in my life. She's talking about an incident in which loads of people tragically lost their lives and then says, let's move on to the real news, and proceeds to talk about a nonsensical story about a fucking walrus. What the flying fantastical fuck is going on, bro? But anyway, earlier on you heard me talking about teething issues. Well, why don't we take a look at a moonshine drinking, cousin banging, one tooth having hillbilly of a technical issue. Check it out.
Looking at the English, the UK titles, I think.
And with that, Alan had gone. Just about to tackle the UK editions. On the point that Alan was making about the Scotland team song, based on the Baccarat.
He says England.
Oh no!
Oh, there he is.
Sorry, Alan, you just disappeared. You've come back.
Where will I go back to then?
I think we'll pull the plug on that one.
Now, to be fair, that was clearly a technical issue caused by an electronic malfunction. But when it comes to GB News, some of their technical issues are of their own making. Take, for example, this next one. Check it out.
They haven't ended their friendships with me. They just will not speak publicly in support of me.
Hey, they've corrected the spelling of his name.
Job to job to job, and they need their money. But yeah, Rebecca was really hurtful.
Oh no, they haven't.
Said,
no, it's still wrong there.
They'll love what you say on Twitter. So
they getting his name right in one graphic? There we go. They've done it now.
So well.
Now you might be thinking, yeah, but that's only one little spelling mistake. Everyone's entitled to make a little spelling mistake every now and again, which normally would be true, but in the case of GB News, it couldn't be more wrong. Take a look at this. N-I Langa-ooge. Wow. I don't know what Langa-ooge that's meant to be, but it's certainly not English. Theopaphitis. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Theopaphitis, but anyway, miner's penis on. I wonder if they've got the miner's penis on to talk about the miner's pension row. Interesting. I'm pretty sure Gary Glitter will be tuned into that one. Ferret Edom Day delayed. Oh, not another delay to Ferret Edom Day. I was looking forward to that. Wankers. Shakur pollution. The irony of misspelling the word school. I think someone needs to go back to Shakur to learn how to slapel. Fucking idiot. Now, it's not only their spelling, their weird technical difficulties, their imbecile presenting team, and all of the other many catastrophic errors that keep happening on GB News on air, which is making them a laughing stock. It's also in the videos that they're uploading to YouTube, such as this one, in which the buffering you're about to witness isn't on YouTube, it's in the video they uploaded. They literally uploaded a video with buffering in it. Check it out.
Laces. He believes the public's tolerance of he would take the knee.
Anyway, I don't know if you noticed, but that hilariously buffering YouTube video was entitled Woke Watch. That was pretty universally accepted that when a gammon talks about people being woke, they use it as an insulting term. Why won't you stop moaning, you millennial whingy lefty woke lord? In pretty much the same way that I'm using gammon. But the difference is, I admit what I'm doing, and they don't. So let's take a look at this video where Andrew Neil, who's the chairman of GB News, and also one of the main presenters on the channel, talks about the fact that loads of companies have pulled out of advertising on this absolute boomer gammon fest of a TV channel. Check it out.
Welcome back. Tonight, a Media Watch special. We ask companies boycotting GB News for peddling hate. What on earth are you talking about?
Well, that was an uncomfortably long pause, wasn't it? But anyway.
Yet a number of companies, some of them well-known brands, have decided to stop advertising on GB News. They've bowed to pressure from a fringe group called Stop Funding Hate.
Fringe group? What, you mean a nationwide campaign which has been set up to encourage companies to take a look at the places and platforms they're advertising their products on? Says the man who had his dead TV show cancelled on BBC, so he decided to run off to some little weird fringe outside, swivel-eyed far-right lunatic organisation so he could start spouting his mental old man geriatric senile views at everyone. But yeah, the nationwide campaign's a fringe group, innit, bruv?
It's quite remarkable that serious, important executives in well-established companies can be so easily cowed. They've all taken the knee to stop funding hate.
You'll never see hate on my platform, and in the very next sentence I'm going to ridicule the civil rights movement and liken it to being a coward, despite the fact it only became popular because a man called Colin Kaepernick decided to take a knee in a clear act of defiance, while every single other person on the football pitch was standing up to the national anthem, which took an incredible amount of bravery for him to do so, despite the fact that he was about to lose millions of dollars in endorsement deals, and also incur the wrath of hundreds of millions of patriotic Americans who feel that a man taking the knee during the national anthem is one of the biggest acts of disrespect you could possibly do. Yeah, but anyone taking a knee is a coward, and we don't spread hate on this channel, no! All we do is ridicule civil rights movements, because that's not spreading hate, is it?
SFH doesn't stand for a liberal, inclusive society. It's dominated by far-left agitators and cranks.
Oh, and by the way, although we don't spread hate on this channel, we do regularly call anyone who disagrees with us far-left agitators and cranks. But just so you know, calling people names isn't spreading hate, guys, yeah?
If advertisers want to see real hate, they should have a look at the social media postings of SFH supporters. They smear and threaten businesses and people who won't do their bidding with words like vile, scum, toxic.
Far-left agitators and cranks.
Oh, those far-left agitators and cranks, little lefty kneeling woke lords, keep calling us names like toxic and scum and vile. I'm a massive snowflake and your hot temper has got me melting over here and I can't take it.
GB News viewers are incensed with advertisers who've taken against us for no reason. Many have written to these advertisers to tell them so. And if you add our audiences, our friends, our allies, our sympathizers, together we can muster millions of supporters on social media. It's not a good idea to be on the wrong end of them.
Ooh, you're hard.
What's that? Threatening people with your social media supporters, eh? Didn't you just say a minute ago you should look at the social media postings of people who support Stop Funding Hate, but now all of a sudden you're threatening people with your social media supporters? Bit hypocritical, isn't it?
So far, not a single example of hate has been given in evidence to justify the boycott of this channel.
Together we can muster millions of supporters on social media. It's not a good idea to be on the wrong end of them. Far-left agitators and cranks.
They haven't given us a single example of hate on this channel, but I have though in this very video because I'm really intelligent. It's mental. We live in a world now where someone could be saying something and proving themselves wrong in the same sentence, but all the mindless dumb fucks who follow this channel will be like, oh, only two right, Andrew, mate. You got it spot on there, innit, them little liberal lefty libtards. But anyway, I hope you've all had a good laugh at GB News today, because I certainly have, and I guess that about wraps it up for today. So if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, smash that like button and turn notifications on by clicking that notification bell so you can see more videos like this one. So yeah, once again, thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time.